Alright, hi. I randomly woke up and saw this in my feed. 50 questions to test your Outlast Trials expertise. Happyheart has done like a video like that before, not that long ago. I thought back then about doing like the test, but I never got to it, so I guess it's time to like redeem myself a little bit. I call myself an absolute nerd with this game, so I don't know I don't know how that's even gonna go, if it's like multiple choice or if it's gonna be like fill in the blanket or some dumb shit. I don't even know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I see myself as someone who like nerds about this game a lot and just absorbs a lot of information, about Outlast Trials, as I'm very passionate and interesting about it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna jump right in and just see what's it like about. Yeah, map knowledge questions, voice line questions, okay. History and lore questions. Either this is gonna go amazing or I'm getting humiliated now. These are like the two roads we're heading to right now. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. I hope that it also resolves the question immediately and that I don't have to like double check it afterwards or something. But yeah, let's just jump into it.
Hey, I just met you.
Right.
You're acting crazy! Freak you!
But here's my number. So call
The impotent! Call me little!
Alright, that's what I signed up for, I guess.
Dada Franco, wake up in your sleep room cell. Last time I did a quiz video was 3 months ago.
There you go. There we go. That was the quiz video that I was like, hey, thinking about doing like as well, like going through it, but I never ended up doing it. So again, we're doing this today. Which, by the way, is gonna be a very unusual video, but I wanna do this just for the funsies once. Because right now, I'm not really interested in doing much Outlast Trials, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, this week is gonna be Stamp Surplus. After that is No Running, which I'm gonna cover, obviously, because No Running is a great variator, and everyone who bitches about it and is like a crybaby speedrunning bitch that has no skill in this game. Okay, I exaggerated, but you know what I mean. But yeah. Either way, I'm getting ahead of myself again.
And I said I want to do another one again. And this one's going to have way more questions. I haven't even started recording it, but I think it'll be like 40, not 20. And they're going to be like more rapid fire style. Because I'm not going to have to explain every answer. You'll see what.
Okay, if it's gonna be like this question that, I'm still gonna pause the video just as like a heads up from the get go.
I mean. So we'll get a lot more content going.
I'm back.
Our first 10 questions will concern map knowledge. I'm going to show you a screenshot and you're going to guess where it comes from. You can try to guess even before the multiple choice answers show up, and that'll be really hardcore, but I won't give you extra points for it. I decided
Okay, so it's GeoGuessr Outlast Trials edition. Okay, got
to
it.
simplify the scoring system from last time, and I hope to spend a lot less time.
Do I need to write it down? Hold up a second. Hold up, there we go. Got a piece of paper just in case I need to like write down the score. Very prepared content creator, streamer, whatever, right over here. Anyways,
So each correct answer
I'm
is
stalling
simply
way
worth
too much.
1 point in this quiz.
One
Question 1, which map is this from?
I mean, this is like downtown, yeah. Yeah, this is like downtown. Speaking of like, what's it called? Like I was thinking, yeah, does he mean like kidnap the mistress or like, I was about to say destroy the prostitute because that shit lives rent free in my head, like spread the disease, but yeah, it's like downtown.
Downtown. This area appears in both Spread the Disease and Kidnap the Mistress. I thought you might be fooled by the Amelia Escape ending answer, since there are sewers in that map as well, but they look a lot
Yeah, I
different.
mean, that's fair.
Question 2, which trial is this
Kill the room. But yeah, 1 point. Yeah, this is like liquidate the union.
from? Liquidate the Union.
I wonder if they're gonna add like a second like suburb MK, if they are finally doing the thing where they are gonna do a different environment, or if they're reusing the school environment again, which, to be fair, ever since the dogs, I kind of got sick of that they constantly keep you reusing the same area for MKs. Like, I would have loved to have like a Dogs MK that is on the Angelica boat, and maybe with like different boats. It's a Dogs area, for fuck's sake. But they keep you reusing the same environment. So yeah, I hope for future iterations like downtown, if you want to call it that, and you know, suburbs, and then obviously shopping mall, it's like different MKs environments and not reusing the same one over and over again.
Blue light should have hinted that there would be a code hunting objective, but all the 4 possible answers are trials with code hunting objectives. So
Oh, I
that
didn't
doesn't
even
narrow it
notice
down.
that. True indicate. I didn't even notice that. That's actually a really clever selection.
I think the big open window with the faintly visible orange lighting outside is the best hint for liquidate riotous environment. Question 3, which trial is
I mean,
this
this is
from?
orphanage, like cleanse the orphans, yeah. Okay, let's play like the other game. Why the fuck would he use the other ones as an answer? Maybe because of the color scheme, I guess. These are some really random answers. Like, I'm trying to think as like, now I'm doing the second quiz and trying to figure out why the hell did he like get the other answers. By the way, cleanse the orphans, I can see people not getting this because this is around the classroom area, the thing, toilet, whatever the fuck area, between classroom 2 and 3, like right there would be the trade window. You barely use this room ever. So it wouldn't surprise me if people fail at this one.
Cleanse the orphans.
Yeah.
How can you differentiate one trial's generic washroom from another? I'm not sure. I'm being extra cruel because I swear no normal player commonly enters this room.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, this one is like, you never really use this room normally. It is useful with the door locks and like blocking the small guy a little bit. I mean, I guess you can also try to hide over there if necessary, but yeah, normally you never use this room. Which, you know, only happens if there's like a specific challenge and you are in a really weird no running countdown Jaeger whatever situation. Which sometimes, if you're in a challenge like this, by the way, what happens a lot is you use rooms you normally don't use. Because you need space, you need, you know, distance or something like that, so yeah.
On this map, it's like useless and out of the way, and it doesn't even feel like it exists. But if you got this right, you deserve applause. Question 4, you know the question by now.
This is thinking the phase, the heart area, and like the granted variables reunite the family duel. Interesting that reunite was as an option there. I'm guessing he wanted to go like for hearts, like the heart thing. He wanted to go for that, but like reunite being there as an option is very interesting.
Deface the Futtermans. The primary tell is the darkness. This is the same diner with the same heart stew setup as in Grind the Bad Apples, but in that trial, the diner has all the lights on. Question 5.
This is Teach. Probably Teach, yeah, Teach. Media escape ending again as an option is very interesting.
Teach the police officer.
Imagine you're watching this and you have never done the escape ending, by the way. And then you're just like, oh, well, I'm at a disadvantage right now. I mean, he made like media escape ending show up twice by now, and every single time it was wrong, so...
Ruiz or 11 the Outlast should know this shot well. This strange reagent is experiencing sleep paralysis or something in the out-of-bounds area beyond this little upper
Yeah,
floor
the keys were
room.
also like...
Question 6.
This is from... I mean, this is the entry area of, like, courthouse, so it could either be... witness kill... Escape the courthouse. It could also be thingy, however, the fuel one... Fuel the release, yeah. I don't know why I have it so difficult with names right now. It can be either or. Wait, no, it's there's the tracker icon. It's Escape the Courthouse. There's the tracker icon. I just saw that. Yeah, this is Escape the Courthouse then. This is a sleep room cell bundle. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If this was a sleep room cell bundle, then holy shit. I mean, but you know. Yeah, I didn't see that tracker at the beginning. Glad I caught that, because otherwise
Escape the
I would have
courthouse.
been
Were you
bamboozled
fooled to
there.
believe it was a sleep room cell bundle? The orientation of all the furniture is too wrong, I think, but I hope you were fooled. This prison cell area also appears in Destroy the Evidence, but the only way to tell that this trial was escape and not destroy was this little microwave trigger the game is
Yeah, I
playing.
didn't see that at the beginning. Very fucking sneaky. So far, I'm doing really well though. The problem is though, there's gonna be like lore shit, which I think I'm fine on lore, but I think I'm gonna get my ass beaten regardless.
Pointing me to. That would have been the only hint, and I think it would have been unfair if I forced you to notice that. I mean, question 7.
What the fuck did he just?
And I think it would have been unfair if I forced you to notice that. I mean,
Like, maybe it's possible you can play escalation carryover Minecraft 2. No, you can't. You can't. It would be funny if you could, but any items that, like, trial objectives, time extenders as well, health sickness pills as well, you can't carry that over. The only quote-unquote objective item you can technically, which is very useful, is adrenaline shots for no running, because obviously adrenaline shots are a normal item, but I also see it a little bit as like a thingy item, like a quest item for like the variator. There you can, but like obviously that's like a special case. And the game gives you that little action indicator would have been maximum trickery. Yeah, you can't. You can't carry over.
question 7.
This. Okay, this is actually interesting. I mean, this is probably shut down the factory because of like the signs. I won't lie, this is the first shot though, which I'm unsure about. Like, where is that? Where is that exactly? Like, I would have said shut down the factory, because obviously the thingy's right there on the side. You can't see it because of my cam, but I like the factory warning sites. And there's like a shutter gate, which probably leads to the area from Pervert, probably. I don't know where this is actually. This is like actually guessing.
Shut down the factory.
Yeah.
The nun immediately tells you that this is a gooseberry trial, but again, the 4 options are all already gooseberry trials. So what's the tell? The lighting is bad, but if you glimpse that poster on the left wall,
Please zoom
don't be a
back so I
statistic.
know where the fuck that is, because I'm actually
That's how you could
interested.
have been sure that this is a toy.
Very sneaky. I never noticed that. So, even though I got it right, it was a guess. So, I learned something new.
Factory trial. That poster only appears there, and there's only one of those listed in the answers. Question 8.
Alright, which trial is this from? Sorry, the ads kinda like screwed this over. I mean, this is an old promotion screenshot from Orphanage. There's the classrooms over there, and obviously Gooseberry over there. However, there's like a shredder in there, so this is like early concept. Cleanse the orphans. What are the instances in the closed beta version of Dimension tutorial? This is an old teaser. Yeah, this is like the old teaser, whatever. Which I'm not gonna go into it, because again, this is something I really do not wanna talk about, because, you know, it's also like a dev thing and it destroyed the progression of the game development a lot. But when the data breach happened, we actually got like, there was actually a showcase on how old Orphanage looked, and I'm gonna admit some of that I would have loved to see in the actual game now. Again, besides the point. Yeah, this is like old teaser.
This is an old teaser image of the orphanage. I imagine that if you got into the Outlast Trials only pretty recently, you won't know this one. But I think this is a pretty iconic image for the old heads. October 29th, 2020. The orphanage looks a lot different nowadays. Question 9.
Okay, the Beijing Rebirth ending. I don't even know. Is the Beijing one the one with the drugs? But yeah, this is like empty the world, yeah. Yeah, of course, because this would obviously be the gate with the gas area in Poison Cattle, and this would also be replaced with one of the witness doors, guaranteed, in Cook the Informant. I'm currently thinking about. Oh yeah, and it would also be a timed gate in. Yeah, this is actually pretty smart because like all of these pathways are guaranteed gates on the other dog MKs. Yeah, so this is like empty the vault. Yeah.
Empty the vault. I wondered if these red walls and wooden boards would trick you into thinking this was the fun park barn, so you would pick answer B. There's also some hay hidden in the left corner. It must be a barn, right? Nope, it's Franco's milking room. Question 10.
Oh my god, this is thingy. This is get out the vote. I remember this is the bed in like the one building. This is like the if you go down the street, there's like first house which you pass by, and then it's like the left one before you take a turn. And this house is like on the left, lit up, and then the next station would be a big house on the right, which is completely in darkness. And this is like the kitchen area. This is also in the main trial, like in Liquidate. What the fuck is in the shopkeepers, by the way? I'm gonna hide my cam real quick. What the fuck are these answers? Anyways, yeah, this is a bit awkward. I hope, by the way, nothing ever blocked the cam. I didn't even realize that the cam blocking can be a problem.
Get out the vote. This is the first question where I completely made up a trial name for a false answer. Indict the Shopkeepers sounds like an upcoming shopping mall MK, right? But it had to be the shopping mall because we can see the hanging nausea traps above our heads. Sorry,
This is so
this
evil.
is just me getting
This is so evil, by the way, that you can actually use the Pramaster trap, like the nausea traps, on another trial. I wonder if they're ever gonna do that with the old traps. I know this would be pretty difficult because the way maps work is that every possible trap has to be programmed in, if that makes sense. So they would have to revisit every single map and make a laser, duck bomb, electro floor grid spawn on every single map and revisit that, like every single possibility. And that might be a lot of extra work, which, you know, I don't know how many resources that would take, but yeah.
to my wiles and my trickery, I put the nausea traps variator in myself with Trial Maker. We're moving on now. The next 10 questions will
Okay, so far so good. I mean, map knowledge. I mean, if I had some of this shit wrong, I would literally question myself. But I mean, the shutdown factory one was pretty sneaky to me. But yeah, let's
concern
keep going.
voice lines. I hope you all play the game with subtitles on, otherwise you're going to suffer. And you should know you've been missing out on learning what the very interesting voice lines
Oh,
in this game
this
are.
could be interesting actually.
Verbatim. Question 11. Fill in the blanks.
Oh fuck! I had my OBS. Dr. Daddy, where do you think? A naughty lurker would lurk. Let's try over here. Actually, that was not Futterman. That was Phyllis who said that. Why did I make the Futterman expression? Dr. Daddy, where do you think our naughty lurker would lurk? Let's try over here. She actually has two pronunciations, I think. So yeah. I don't know why I
It's
made a
answer B.
father.
Dr. Daddy, where do you think
Yeah,
a
exactly.
naughty lurker would lurk? Let's try over here.
She has a voice line that is exactly like that, but that's pronounced a bit differently. Where do you think a naughty lurker would lurk? Let's try over here. Like a bit more serious. Which a lot of it in this game is, by the way. Like, a lot of the voice lines have, like, duplicates that I also, like, used. And that's, like, really interesting.
Question 12. Identify the speaker.
Like an angel on my shoulder, that's Jäger. Like an angel on my shoulder. I can't make a Jäger impression.
Answer C.
I don't know, I've never talked about this before, by the way, but what is this fetish? And it wasn't even in Outlast Trials, but like also in the older games sometimes, to make some of the voiceovers from some of the characters as inaudible as possible. Like, if you listen to this, it legitimately sounds like, why the fuck? Like Happyheart is right. You normally would need like subtitles for this. I just know some of these voice lines as well, but like, I don't know where that came from. And it's like very prevalent. Like, take for example the grunts that got added over time. Like the one female grunt that talks about like a files of her son in like the archives or some shit. Like a lot of these newer grunts, especially, or like the female big guys, for example, they are like very muffly. And you know, I don't know where that came from because a lot of characters are on that, and I'm not only in Trials but like in the other Outlast games as well.
Question 13, identify the speaker and fill in the blank.
There's probably something I can milk around here. It's obviously Franco, yeah. There's probably something I can milk around here. Which reminds me of a scene. I know it's gonna be a while until I get like the 100 Escalation Peak Part 2 video out. That's gonna take a while. But we had a scene in that where Frank was actually milking a cow. Small spoilers, so that's something to look forward to.
This one's answer D.
There's probably something I can milk around here.
Question 14, identify the speaker.
Who needs a little pep? That is like the nurse, yeah, Barlow. I sometimes keep forgetting her name, but like, it's a little pep. That's like a voice line when you obviously talk to her to get like prescriptions.
Answer D.
Who needs a little pep?
Question 15, identify the speaker and fill in the blank.
You're all wrong. Yeah, that's like, wait, no, not. That's not the scapegoat like Judge. It's obviously Quartos. He kills every one of you. That's what that does, by the way, when you play Quartos for that long. I saw the Blue-ray video like not that long ago where he was like complaining about unskippable cutscenes, which I don't mind that much. I think it's still a valid complaint to have, maybe. But like, yeah, voice lines like these are just ingrained in my brain. I don't know why I said scapegoats, by the way, but like, yeah, obviously it's the judge with like the judge's voice. Maybe I give myself half a point for that.
Answer B.
Because I said scapegoat first out of instinct, but...
You're all guilty! I hope he kills every one of you!
Question 16, which of the following is a real voice line?
Okay. I mean, the tongs pull up the door. If that is how it actually goes, that is from one of the grunts that I meant earlier. No one should be made to fear she is not enough. That sounds like a voice line from Gluskin. I know it's not, but like, hot butter, all the skin gonna slong right off. You will see. That is from Outlast 1. Where's joint here? Let's take the whole thing out. I think it's A, but that's just a guess. Like the tongues pull open the door. That sounds like the voice line from like the again what we talked about during the Jäger segment. The grunt who like, you know what I mean.
Answer A.
The thing's for nothing at all.
Oh, are you gonna talk about all the other ones?
For the other 3 false answers, maybe you can tell me where they're from. Question 17.
Yeah, woman one was then from Gluskin. The third one was like from Outlast 1. The during the sprinkler segment, the guy who like bashed the other guy in like the bathtub. Last one I don't know though. Okay, which of the following is a fake voice
Which of the following is a fake voice line?
Okay, they say you are the ones you love. I hope you know it works the other way too. That is Easterman after the briefing. From love of mind well kept mind well from love. Make a friend read a fucking magazine, but you keep going back in. Okay, that last one I can. That either might not be down. It's like a Phyllis voice line when she's getting bricked or some shit. I mean, I'm inclined to say B because I have the least idea about it. C, I can imagine that being a Noakes voice line from like the engineer in the sleep room. I can imagine that being a thing. But yeah. By the way, we had like, I mean, so far I had everything right, which mind you, this is like again a guess, so I don't know how good it will be.
From love of mind well kept, keep mind well from love. This
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. Noakes, I break like this sounds like something Noakes would say. The other two I knew, but like this one I had to kind of guess that it was from Noakes. So yeah, it's like that one. This would be maybe something a Grunt would say, actually. Now that I think about it.
one you cannot tell me where it is from. Question 18. Which of the following is a real voice line?
Eddie Soldier discuss the. Oh my god, it's the fucking. It's the fucking crack, guys. It's the fucking, you know, like Kidnap the Mistress, Bibzuda's favorite lads. I need you to hook up with one of you girls. I need someone to hurt me real bad. Teach the little bastard a lesson. Eddie's Soldier. Like Bibzuda's favorite pals. Like, yeah, that is them. And like Kidnap the Mistress, where you like YOLO the sex worker. What are the other ones? You just need to blink your eyes to be greasy. And quit my sight, your bones are marrowless, your blood is cold. These are also from the other games, right? These are also from the other games. Like a lot of the shit screams Outlast 2 to me.
Answer A.
Eddie's Soldier. These girls start hurting you. They don't stop.
The lads are really funny, by the way. Like, I agree. These are probably one of the best mannequins we have in the game right now.
Let me know where the other three are from. Question 19. Which has the wrong speaker to voice line association?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so guy voice line. Which one doesn't? Okay, put needles in my. That's like big female grunt. Yeah, Night Hunter. Oh shit! They're gonna kill me. That voice line never always existed, by the way. That got added afterwards. But this is if you like heard Night Hunter, if you throw like bricks at them or something. It's silly, but it's sweet. I really don't deserve you. That's like a big guy. So yeah, it's the C, by the way. All of them above are correctly associated. Yeah, no. Franco, that's like also a big guy. A male big guy voice line. It's silly, but it's sweet. I really don't deserve you. I mean, this one also has two pronunciations, by the way.
Answer C. Franco doesn't say that. That's the male.
Yeah, like, imagine if he says something like that, it would be really out of character, I think. Like, he would call you a whore and a slut before he says something like that.
A big grunt.
It's silly, but sweet. I really don't deserve you.
And there's like the other variation that kind of goes like, I really don't deserve you. Or something like that. I don't know, I'm making up impressions, but like...
Question 20. What is the correct version
Oh
of this
my
quote?
god, it's that fucking thing. I saw that in the, like... He made like a quiz like a while ago. I think it's... Okay, it's not G... Yeah, it ends with USA, so it's not A. I think it starts like TPDATFC IAFBU IUS PIS DODSSS USA. Yeah, it's C. TPDATFC IFBIUS PIS DOD SSS USA. Insert coil after. Yeah, it's
The
supposed
voice
to be
line.
that one.
Answer C. Sorry to make you read a bunch of nonsense letters, but the truth is, none of these are really nonsense at all.
TPD.
Yeah, like the funny thing is he like references a bunch of government institutions like CIA, FBI and all that, but he pronounces it so weird so it kind of like goes under the radar, I feel like.
TFC.
Like a TFC he stops here so you cannot make out CIA. IAF he stopped, makes a pause here, and then, you know, so you can, like
AFB.
it's a bit hidden.
IUS. PIS. DOD.
I should have known that that would come in, like, the quiz.
SS. USA.
So these false answers were a lot of fun to put together. It feels really cool to make voice lines that sound plausible but aren't actually real. It was basically me writing fanfiction. And speaking of, I want to announce I will soon be doing a collaboration with Nick Carlson Press. Not to be confused
Nick
with...
is a cool dude, by the way. Who the fuck is Pick Nelson? Nick is, by the way, a cool fella. I'm also gonna link him in the description, make sure to check out his shit. He does like a lot of book reviews, but like he also does like Outlast content from time to time. He's a cool lad and a good friend. I'm gonna link it down in the description.
Pick Gnarlson Crest of the recently released Quest. Nick is a fellow Outlast YouTuber, and he is also a published novelist working in the horror genre. So what we'll be doing is putting out a couple of videos where we review your Outlast Trials fanfiction.
Oh my
and if you'd like to
God.
submit your work
Oh my god, they're doing a fanfic review? Oh my god. Okay.
to be
that should
potentially
funny.
included in these videos,
should be
please
funny.
go ahead and drop a link in the comments below. I'll leave more information in the pinned message. To continue onwards, our next 10 questions will now concern the iconography of the Outlast Trials. What do I mean by iconography? That's like the stuff Frank
Don't say iconography, say iconography, so I understand it, okay?
got caught looking at in his magazines, and his dad caught him, and it was a whole thing. What are we saying, bro? Question 21. Which of the following
Is a description. This is introductory, this is antitoxin, this is hide and heal, and this is like run and smash door, so it's
a prescription?
By the way, as a side note, if you think I'm cheating because I'm pausing up at like every question, then okay, I would accept that, but I want to talk about these questions a little bit and nerd a little bit out, so...
There you go. The answers are on the
yeah.
screen, leaving me little reason to vent my spleen. Question 22. What does
Stay
this...
together. I feel so many people will just have like, people, especially during old times, let's say old escalation, like season 1 escalation, with like, old Ultra, people get PTSD from seeing two hands holding each other. Like, they get a straight up PTSD. Like, yeah, Stay Together has been nerfed a lot, and it's like a lot less threatening, but I think the PTSD factor is still there. Arm wrestling is funny, to have an answer though.
This icon represent?
Oh, shut up.
The Stay Together variator. The creation of this question, as well as a lot of the others in this section, messed with me hard, by the way. So many icons get reused and recycled in ways that make them barely different from one another. Look at all these gates and door icons.
Yeah, that sometimes is like a bit tricky. Like, gates lockdown is like ×3 because it's like these gates where, you know, you can pass 3 times over the lock. Proxy gates for some reason has like target icon. These are like the camera gates. Timed gates is obviously has like a timer icon. Remote control gates is like some weird whatever the fuck that is, and like some detect gates obviously have like emitting like noise, whatever.
It doesn't really make you a knowledgeable Outlast Trials player if you know how to
This is important, by the way. There's gonna probably be a question of that.
differentiate all these, so it would have been very easy for me to get overly pedantic with these questions, but I don't want to do that. Have no fear. Anyways, this hands icon is also used for co-op moves, as well as the medic prescription. That's why this question was treacherous, because there could have been 2 right answers. Question 23, what does this icon represent?
DPA. Like Daddy Prime, so yeah.
The Deadly Prime Asset Variator. The icon for Doris is also a kind of hooded woman, but that is at least noticeably different from this one. Question 24.
Short
What does this
circuit.
icon represent?
Damage disables Wick Variator. What was that? No, the damage disables Wick Variator would be like, I'm trying to think what the actual variators are, but no, that's like an Aesop with like star whatever the fuck thingies. I think it was that. Battery extension prescription, but yeah, it's short circuit. Yeah.
The short circuit amp. The icon is kinda not that fitting. It makes it look like something's breaking, but what this amp does is make your rig recharge faster with each battery usage.
Which, by the way, is still inconsistent as fuck. I don't know what the fuck they did, but sometimes it's like really fucking weird how that's gonna like get triggered.
Are we chewing up wires in the process? Question 25. Which icon represents the variator? Increased threat 2.
C. This is more imposters. This is prime time. This is like increased threat 2, and this is just increased threat 1. So yeah, it's C.
It's answer C. And I'm sorry I did get pedantic with it. I promise that this is the only disgusting question. I'm hoping that maybe you use TrialMaker often and you are already sensitive to these kind of differences, so it'll be alright after all. Question 26. What does this icon represent? This is the sharp glass variator. It looks like an explosion though, hence the false answers. Were you fooled? Also, daily
no. To me, it doesn't look like an explosion. Like, it's like shattered glass to me. Like, for me, that's. I mean, I don't know what he sees, but like to me, that actually looked like glass breaking. You know, if you like smash glass and it like doesn't break to pieces, but like it's, you know, has like all these rifts. So
tasks have no associated icon, so answer A is extra uncouth. Question 27. What does this icon represent?
what the fuck is that? Is that self-defense? I did not know that it looks like that, by the way. It's not only throwable items, like that would be like a bottle brick in a circle, strong armament. Yeah, no, that's self-defense technique. That's one thing I'm not that fond of, by the way, like not that familiar with, is prescription icons, I feel like. But yeah, that's self-defense done.
The self-defense technique prescription. There is no such thing as a projectile immunity variator. If you chose that answer mistakenly, you have made me very pleased. Should that be a variator one day? Every enemy is just the Jaeger? It could be interesting, or bad. Question 28. Which of these will strap a bomb to your chest?
B. This is more pictures. This is like countdown, the correct answer. This is explosive mines, and this is exit rush. I was about to say no running, but no. For some reason, like exit rush is like reversed of like the guy moving, but I know obviously crossed out. But yeah, it's like B.
This is answer B, the bomb countdown variator. This is a super cool variator. It was introduced as a limited time event, Project Countdown if I recall. Question 29. Equipping this means you cannot equip.
Okay, so this is cacophony. This is a tool amp, which means you can. Yeah, lockbreaker. Lockbreaker is also a tool amp. Incognito is for some reason a medicine amp, so you can equip that. Trapbreaker is a skill amp, and you know, no throwable item variator. Why the fuck is that there? Why the fuck is that there? But yeah, this is cacophony, so lockbreaker you cannot use with it.
Well, the icon represents the cacophony amp. You had to know that first, and you also had to know that this was a tool amp. Then you also had to know which among these answers was a tool amp as well, because you can only equip one of each kind of amp. Lockbreaker is one such tool amp, so you could not have that equipped if you already had cacophony equipped. It's strange, isn't it? You can't make your bottles loud and throw bricks hard enough to break a lock at the same time. It just can't be done apparently. Question 30. Which of the following includes limited inventory?
Okay. Okay, this is actually interesting. This actually is interesting. This is Nostrophobia. I think Nostrophobia just gets rid of your prescriptions though. So limited inventory. This is psychosurgery. This is ultra. Wait, this was ultra 2 then? This is ultra 2, this is ultra 1, this is psychosurgery, and this is like Nostrophobia. So like psychosurgery is the only one that actually actively robs you of inventory space. Like ultra and ultra 2 don't do that. which old Ultra would have, but that's a topic for... That's another topic. Nostrophobia does not take inventory slots away, I don't think. It's just removes prescriptions, and that's why you have, less inventory space than you would normally would have.
It's answer C, which represents the psychosurgery icon. All these answers are basically...
The thing is, what confused me a little bit there for, like, spell was, like, Nostrophobia, did it remove inventory slots, or did it just remove prescriptions? But yeah, I was right on that.
Variator bundles rather than...
Wait, that's intensive? And that's ultra? Well, I guess I got that mixed up then. Even though I could swear this was also an ultra icon. I mean, here's the thing, the icons also change all the fucking time, I feel like. Like, the Psychosurgery Variator, for example, didn't have the stars up until recently, so... Maybe I got confused by something there.
Individual variators, and this question is a tiny bit iffy, because you might be saying, hey, when I play Escalation, every trial after a certain point is Psychosurgery difficulty, but that doesn't implement limited inventory by default. This is true, and it's a bit disgusting because there's like 3 different kinds of Psychosurgeries in the game. The version in Genesis, the version in Trialmaker, and the version in Escalation. I think only Genesis Psychosurgery in...
Yeah, that's by the way a thing that I cannot stand. Like, okay, you implement Ultra and Ultra 2 for, like, Escalation, which are really, like, a bit whack, whatever, and they are weaker than Psychosurgery. I mean, Ultra 2 is like, maybe on, like, an even playing field, but then you implement a variator that you call Psychosurgery in Trialmaker, but it is far, and I mean far away, it's way closer to Ultra and Escalation like Ultra 1, but it's also not the same as Ultra 1 because for some reason you have Intel on that Psychosurgery. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. I hope they kind of fix that and also then make it possible that you have Psychosurgery Variate and Ultra 1 and Ultra 2 and like Trialmaker. But yeah, for the time being, it's just ultra weird.
Includes limited inventory, and that makes my question bad. However, as bad as this answer is, the other 3 answers absolutely cannot be said to include limited inventory, so Psychosurgery remains the only valid choice. Okay, we will get a bit traditional now, and our next 10 questions will just concern general gameplay. This will be more like the last quiz video, if you liked that sort of thing. Question...
Again, I did not do the last quiz video, so...
31, which will not increase your movement speed.
Okay, Frostmine's do bleeding does. That's why you do Sabo Frostmine bleeding in the speedrun. This is what Saba with Cross, I think, did. Like, they were doing a duo and got like sub 1 minute Sabo. So yeah, Gymnast. Even though Gymnast is also like really... Like, Gymnast is really fucking good because it reduces the stamina consumption of like walls. Like, unironically, Gymnast is one of the most important prescriptions in the entire game. If you like going in Escalation, always pick that as early as possible if you get the option. But yeah, that does not increase movement speed. Frostmines do, because you constantly keep taking damage. And if you take damage, the game kind of gives you a bit of stamina back, and it's like really weird. And, you know, bleeding for the same reason, because while you're bleeding, you're taking tick damage, and you know, you like have like stamina or whatever. And obviously Quick Escape. Quick Escape is, you know, the amp that is supposed to do that.
The Gymnast prescription, and I didn't tell you it's a prescription because you're a big grown-up now. Gymnast just reduces stamina consumption for vaulting. You might be surprised to learn that the rest indeed all give you move speed boosts, and they all stack upon one another, so you can reach some crazy speeds with certain combinations. I tried to run fast enough to slide under the Vindicate the Guilty gate for the coil cutscene. There's an invisible barrier. I tried so hard. Question 32.
But yeah, this is what, if you ever hear of the term like Sabo 1 minute, Frostmine Sabo, whatever, this is what I mean, and why they run Frostmines in like the custom for like sub 1 minute or some bullshit.
Action can you perform while incapacitated?
Okay, so while you're crawling on the ground, you cannot crawl upstairs. you cannot lose sanity. I'm pretty sure. You can leave through the exit shuttle if people are still up, by the way. Which I hope that gets changed at some point. But let's say you are solo, you're that close to the exit, you cannot make it. Like, let's say Franco shoots you, snipes you, and you go down, and you're right in front of the exit. You cannot crawl in for some reason. And it's pretty fucking stupid, in my opinion. Like, if you have the chance, they should have it in solo. I know it's forced in solo because you die as soon as possible kind of deal. But in a situation like this, I would love for them to implement something where if you are on the ground, especially in a situation like this, that the enemy has to actually come and execute you. Maybe even buff them that they are aware and they make it to you as soon as possible. To like still have that threat and not them randomly getting lost, whatever, but still like give you the chance, because some of the situations are fucking dumb. Like, if you're dying right in front of the shuttle is fucking open, but then because of an imaginary rule you're not allowed to like exit even though no enemy is nearby. I find that stupid. But you lose sanity and shit you can't do. You can like disarm traps on the ground while you're incapacitated, which is sometimes the thing you do in co-op to like clear the way on like difficult trials.
Answer C. There is a special animation that lets you paw your way up the walls of the shuttle capsule, and you can exit the shuttle on your own even despite being down. And you can't lose sanity, so if you want to help your teammates out while down, you can just crawl over every psychosis mine in sight and you won't be negatively affected. Question 33, what will not be highlighted when using a fully upgraded X-ray rig?
Oh, that's interesting. Breakable windows. This is not Windows of Opportunity from DVD. So yeah, breakable windows is not highlighted with X-ray. But yeah, all the other shit should be. Like ticket dispenser, organ samples, filament targets. They've gotten really a lot better in like making it so more and more objectives are getting highlighted. I still remember the times when a lot of shit didn't get highlighted, but then update after updates, they keep adding new objective, thingies. So yeah.
Breakable windows. I don't know why the organs can be seen in X-ray. Wouldn't the corpse's skeleton?
I mean, it's an objective. There's your answer. Like, it's a side objective, so yeah, makes sense from a gameplay perspective.
Skeletons get in the way. Question 34. What is the name of the 8th upgrade for every rig in the game?
Bro, what the fuck is this answer? Prepared except Jammer, which has pacemakers as 8th. Do you think I'm stupid? I know my Jammer upgrades. Decrease cooldown. Oh my god. What is this, like, has its pacemaker at its 8th? It's the second upgrade, literally, which is fucking insane, by the way, that it has, like, the revive upgrade as, like, its second one. Very enticing. But yeah, it's prepared.
It's simply prepared. It's simple. I thought that if I complicated it with the false answers, you would get tricked into overthinking it. Has the quiz befuddled you so badly yet? Are you second guessing yourself at every turn?
Okay, I will say as like a side note, I think I'm actually smooth sailing through this. I expected to have like some dumb bullshit and, be utterly confused, but, it has been fun so far. And also, I hope for you too, if you're watching this right now. Which, by the way, I look at OBS and the thing is recording for 50 minutes, so fuck me. Actually, fuck me. Like, I'm yapping too much, hyper-obsessive, whatever the fuck. This video is gonna be way too fucking long. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please drop a like and shit, and let me know if you wanna see more shit like this in the future.
And is your sense of self-efficacy ready to utterly shatter at a moment's notice? It could be alright. Question 35. When are you able to enter a hiding spot?
Oh, this is like special, full psychosis. You can, yeah, after being afflicted. You cannot, while vomiting, it like doesn't let you doing subject termination. I watched his video, like Happyheart did a video where while you're getting zapped from like the shuttle leaving, you cannot enter. But yeah, in full psychosis you can enter hiding spots, but obviously if you do that, then Skinnerman is just gonna stand right there and like eat you alive. But yeah.
while in full psychosis. The Skinner Man will stand there and beat your ass while you're just chilling inside, but the game still allows you to enter the
Like it doesn't make sense to do it. It just doesn't make sense to do it. There's no applicable thing where I can think this is useful, but
spot, and that's what
I mean, I guess if you know you have distance from the Skinner Man and like Cold Snap, Toxic Shock is going on at the same time, just to like avoid a little bit of like Cold Snap damage, I guess. That is maybe something it's applicable to, but other than that,
in all the other listed conditions, the game just locks you out. It's unkind. Question 36. What information will a tracker not?
Okay, we're talking about the witness tracker. I'm pretty sure wherever a witness or above or below you it does. It's like an arrow. How far are you from an scapegoat? I mean, it technically does. The thing about the tracker is that the tracker doesn't detect, like, if you're way too far away, you will have no signal for a very long time. See, Cook the Informant is a good example. You take to kill, the track, the scapegoats. That is not. Okay, this is actually tricky though, because okay, first two, it does track, right? Whether a scapegoat is above or below you, it's the arrows. How far you are from the scapegoats, there's like the 5 bars. How many triggers it will take to kill the tracked scapegoat? I'm pretty sure that's not shown, but whether a scapegoat is alive within the trial is also technically not shown, right? Because if you don't get a signal, it could mean that you're just completely out of range. Again, C, Cook the Informant. I'm going for C, but technically if you nerd it, if you like really nerd it, then, you know,
provide. Yeah, if you want to know how many triggers you have left to kill a scapegoat, just look at the lit bulbs atop his head. I think this is...
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna be right. But technically, it doesn't tell you, I mean, it does. If you, like, see a signal, but again, if you don't have a signal, you could interpret it technically as the guy's fucking dead. Which you are just out of range, so a bit tricky right there, but yeah.
This is very well known, but who knows if there are some who remain oblivious. What might be lesser well known is that on the tracker, there are these up-down arrows that can light up red, just like the hot-cold indicators. And, you know, 0 lights on the tracker can indicate that there are no scapegoats left alive in the trial. It can also mean you're just too far away from one, but that does not preclude the truth of the previous statement. Question 37. Assume you have no rigs. Which of the following is a definitively limited resource within a trial?
Okay, so we don't have stun here, whatever. Okay, this is actually tricky. Maybe. I mean, I guess health. Wait, no. You can hide and heal and shit like that. Which you can edge. You can, like, edge traps and shit like that, probably. Even though that's tricky, though, because a lot of the traps, like electro floor grid traps, are technically getting destroyed if you do that shit. And if you get smacked by homeless guys, they all do 1 bar each, so... I mean, it doesn't matter for the question. It's not about, oh, you're going to full health and you actually have to benefit from it. If you really want to get technical, what you can technically do is like, oh, you get smacked by a homeless guy. Oh, I'm gonna use hide and heal. Wait out the 12-second cooldown or whatever it is. I'm gonna get smacked by a homeless guy. I can heal again. So technically, it would still be true, even though it doesn't do jack shit. Sanity, obviously you regain from the actual... Oh my god. This question is the first one that's actually really complicated, because technically you could get stuck at 2 bars. You can get stuck at 2 bars of sanity. I have no psychosis mines anymore, have no traps, like container traps, and have perma Jäger, so Frank doesn't even spawn. And then you are out of antidotes as well. Night vision battery? I mean, here's the thing. It does depend on how you see it, because night vision battery, there's emergency mode. Are we talking about emergency mode? Like that counts, or... No, night vision batteries, you have fucking, what's it called? Battery recharge amp from like tools. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It's pretty garbage, but like, yeah, night vision batteries, it's definitely not. Oh my god, sanity, yeah, antitoxin. Yeah, it's none of the above. You have amps for everything. I kept thinking in no rig, no amp terms. So I was just thinking about using the resource in your environment, but yeah, there's an amp for everything. So yeah, it's none of the above. Everything you have an amp for. Even if you have no rigs, you have amps for that. Fuck you, AI-powered learning.
The truth is, you can infinitely restore your health, sanity, and battery without the use of any rigs, and without the use of items.
Good fucking question, by the way. That was actually a very fucking tricky one, and I actually had to think up a lot.
Which are obviously a limited resource. The hide and heal amp can give you unlimited health, the antitoxin amp can give you unlimited sanity, the battery charger amp can give you unlimited battery. How
It's so funny because when I thought about this question, I made it way too fucking complicated, and I didn't even think about amps. I was thinking about like psychosis mines and shit like that.
prosperous. How blessed are we reagents within the Signala facility? Question 38. Which answers items do not belong together?
What? Oh, we're talking about objectives. I mean, Blade Heart Eye. What? I mean, I guess Blade Heart Eye, because that probably represents keys for like Snitch or Cancel Autopsy. Crook Thief Bright would be for... What's it called? For... What is playing in the background? Sentence to Prosecuted. There you go. Ladder Number Room is for Kidnap the Mistress, and Pentagram Spiral Sun is obviously codes for like the decoder. Also Sentence Prosecuted, or Empty Vault, or you know, Poison Medicine. Yeah, it's like Blade Heart Eye. I don't know why I always thought this so much. There wasn't a
Blade,
reason to.
Heart, and Eye. These are supposed to be corpse symbols, Heart and Eye at least, but Blade is fake. There is no Blade. As for Crook, Thief, Bribe, these are all possible words that can be uncovered at the end of Sentence the Prosecuted. Letter, number, room are all information categories that need to be revealed in Kidnap the Mistress. Pentagram, spiral, sun are all yellow paint shapes that can be read with the decoder. Question 39. Which cannot break televisions?
Okay, Jammer can break, Heart can break, Streamers can... Fuck, no, I can't. I mean, you cannot make him reach that, right? It would be funny if Pitchers could actually break it, but yeah, it's Pitcher. I kind of want to hop on the game now and like test it out. But yeah, for example, if you get the cursed TV secondary no items in trial, you can make Screamers do that as well. But yeah, Jammers, Hearts and Screamers can break, Pitchers can't, even though I kind of want to test it now, like a theory. But yeah, for the sake of argument, Pitchers like the correct answer.
Hey, it's the Pitcher, and I put together a visual demonstration just for you, just to show that the other three can indeed break the TVs for this secondary objective.
Screamer's probably a very interesting one. Like a very interesting...
Question 40. What happens if you run out of time when lockpicking a container?
Okay, I think you lose sanity, right? Which, by the way, is a mechanic that is completely outdated, because at any time you can just cancel the lockpick. Like, you can just step away and nothing happens. But you receive damage if you fail the lockpicking minigame, like you you hit the red zone, you take damage, but you lose sanity, like it emits sanity shit if you let the 10 seconds run out, which again, if you're close to running out, you just let go and it shouldn't do a jack shit.
You lose sanity. I don't think this is something that will ever happen naturally to a human player. I just had to find out to satisfy my own curiosity. Is anyone trying and failing to beat the lockpick minigame within the generous allotment of 10 seconds, in which you gain a full second for each successful hit in the green? The final 10 questions. The first half of these will concern the game's history, because you remember in the last quiz, I talked about wanting to make my quizzes timeless, so that when things get patched or changed or removed, it won't affect the validity of my quiz questions.
Okay, now the part that could be very fucking scary to me, like lore, history, whatever the fuck.
I want that to be true for this quiz too. We know the history of the game will never change, even though Easterman says the past is changeable, the future is set. I just wish NA's past didn't feature Bwipo's set.
He can't go a single fucking video without mentioning League, by the way.
Anyway, the last 5
Gross
questions
addicted.
after that will be about lore, but we anticipate. Question 41, which was not a day on which there was a major update or release.
Okay, let me think. Give or take a day. Which year are we at right now? 2025. May 18th was that early access release? Or am I... Wait, yeah, it was May 18th, I think. October 26th was then Geister, I guess. March 5th. June 18th. Wait. So what that's supposed to represent is... This is supposed to represent... I'm talking about supposed, okay? This is supposed to represent early access launch, this is supposed to represent Geister, this is supposed to represent full release, and this is supposed to represent Season 1, right? I'm currently thinking, when did Crest come out again, as like a reference point? Yeah, 15th, I think. And we already, like, talked about that 16th was when Frank released, so that... Wait, that's wrong though. That's the wrong answer. June 18th. I know I cheated by looking at the calendar, but when Crest came out, we tried to compare it to when Franco came out, and Franco came out 1 day later of a year ago. So yeah, it's June 16th when Season 1 Project Blue Power came out, not June 18th.
On June 18th, 2024, nothing happened. Nothing happened, at least on relation to the Outlast Trials. Question 42, which describes the correct order in which the X-Pop were released.
Okay, Colbert came before Gooseberry, which came before Franco, came before Franco, Pusher came before Night Hunter, who came before FEMA, Big Run Screamer came before Pounce, who came before Night Hunter, before Pitcher came before Jaeger. I mean, the other ones... Like, the other answers we talk about in development. Because to go back a little bit in the game's history, for the longest time we had no enemy release at all until Franco, pretty much. And, like, all the enemies we had in the game, which was, like, Cole, Gooseberry, the Grants, Pouncer, Screamers, Night Hunter, whatever, Berserker, all of these were, like, since early access launch... And there have never been anything added to it. So, if one of the first 3 were correct, I wouldn't fucking know. Because then we're talking about behind the scenes. Oh, when was this character designed exactly? But yeah, Franco came before Pitcher. Franco came out June 16th, as we established. Pitcher came out in Winter Kills 2024. Which was in Season 2, in Season 3, which was like in spring 2025 this year, Jaeger released. So yeah, D is your answer.
This is right. As we were just saying, Franco came out July 16th, 2024, Pitcher was December 10th, 2024, and the Jaeger was April 22nd, 2025. The false answers are all ugly and wrong. Question 43. Which change or addition came first?
Okay, release of Escalation Therapy came out in Season 1. Release of Program Omega came out a few weeks after Early Access launch. Psychosis Rework came out in Season 2. Strong Arm has its stun duration reduced but not knockback increased. That came... Fuck, when did that came out? That was like around Winter Kill's first iteration. So Omega, like, which was the first iteration of Stay Together, and that came out only a few weeks after the game initially launched. Supposedly an event that would last only a few weeks, it ended up lasting a few months because there was like some schedule thing. And it was probably the worst time of Trials ever, because not only did we not get content for like a few months, we also did not fucking know what was going on because the developers didn't communicate properly, which is also the main reason why early access in this game was kind of dog shit in retrospective. But yeah, Omega is like the correct answer. Unless I'm missing something.
The release of Program Omega occurred during early access. This was Stay Together with a different name, and I think this is the only change here which happens during early access. Question 44. Which change or addition came last, or most recently?
Release of Bandage Expert, that's fucking... Oh, okay, it could be, Bandage Expert came out with Season 2, right? Yeah, should be. That was the last time we had new amps. And with that, Bandage Expert, Short Circuit, and thingy released. Evasive. Goated, by the way. Like, these three released in Season 2. Release of Spread the Disease. Spread the Disease came out Season 3 release. Standardization of items within locked medical and technical containers. That was Season 2. And Mina stops being spotted. So Spread the Disease is the newest one. Should be.
Spread the Disease came out April 22nd, 2025. The rest of these don't come close, except
Yeah, this was like... Yeah.
for the Amelia thing. We only stopped seeing her 2 weeks prior because that was when she initiated her escape. Question 45. Which event occurred first in the lore?
Valanos proposed the implementation of Program Geister to the board. I mean, that would have been in 1959 or whatever, like, timeline very early, because Geister obviously had an iteration for us in 2023. Clyde Perry surveys post-Rebirth Sullivan North and his daily life throughout Albuquerque. That could have actually been before that, yeah. Actually, because that was before we as the player started, I think that happened. Like the Sullivan North like establishment and like the lore documents. Like the lore document for that already existed when the game first released in early access, so that could definitely been before that. I have never heard about Baron Suk before. Monologus and a devil on one shoulder. I don't know what C is referencing. By the way, I'm gonna hide my cam for a second so you can see like the answers on that one. I don't know what C is referencing. Scarfiotti lost at least event for failing to recall that his wife Irene had divorced him. That was very recent. With like the Amelia thing. So yeah, I guess I'm going with B, but I sincerely do not 100% know. Like, that's a guess.
The cortical homunculus thing was very early, back in 1958 of the game.
First wrong answer. Thank fuck, by the way, because if he got 50 out of 50 on this quiz, I legitimately would have partially felt bad. But yeah, wrong answer. Let's fucking go.
Lore. Easterman first had to prove that the reagent conditioning and brainwashing actually functioned. All the false answers come long after this proof of concept.
Okay, so that was like when... I guess then it was when he was recruited, right? And he had to like... had Project Lathe, and then Project Lathe 1 failed, so they made Project Lathe 2. I think it was around that timeline.
When Lathe 2 is up and running, and all our war criminals are getting into their nasty petty drama with one another. Question 46. Which of the following are found in Liquidate the Union?
Post-it notes are in Kidnap. Seagulls In downtown. Ducks, yeah, it's the fucking flamingos. Ducks is like in Poison Medicine.
You might have been badly confused by this question. Am I asking you to look for which pieces of detritus are strewn about exclusive to each trial environment? Kind of. Each of these answers comprise the hidden objects within certain trials, and in these trials, if you ping all the hidden objects, you are granted a secret reward. Liquidate the Union is the one that has the flamingos, and I gave up on finding them. Question 47, which answers items do not belong together? A rerun.
Oh, it's a rerun from like the Blade thing from earlier. Breach, Relapse, Lupara, Dire Key. These are all names of seasons. So that's correct. Charity, Savings, Charismatic Authority, the Eighth Word. I don't know what some of the references. I'm gonna be completely honest. Good Doctor, Dampness, the Architect, the Director. He's probably reference like characters like Director being Easterman, Architect being Scarfiotti. Rats, Radius, Organs, Television. So it's either like B or C. It's again a fucking wild guess because some of these I'm just not sure. I'm straight up guessing. I'm straight up guessing B. I'm straight up guessing B.
The Good Doctor and the Dampness are the names of legendary outfits, whereas the Architect...
Fuck, yeah, you're right. Good Doctor is like, the Reborn outfit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. For some reason, with like Good Doctor, part of me thought about Barlow for some reason.
and the Director are titles given to our war criminals, Moses Scarfiotti and Hendrik Jolly Easterman respectively. Those
Wait, they're war criminals? I thought the therapy was a good thing. Huh?
two different categories, rather than a single consistent one. In contrast, Project Breach, Project Relapse, Project Lupara, and Project Diarchy have all been major events in the game's history. Answer B features only the titles of 4 different evidence documents. Answer D comprises 4 possible secondary objectives. Question 48. Which reagents was or were interrogated in regards to their knowledge of Amelia?
Oh my god, I knew this one. 1616, I think, was not right. I think 1616 was not. Us, that makes no fucking sense because we read about it. I'm inclined to guess B for the sole... I mean... Wait, wasn't... Like, here's the thing. I'm inclined to say B because I feel it was multiple people, but wasn't... 1733 not the lover of Amelia? Fuck it, I'm saying A. Again, pure guessing.
I am a bad person for making you remember these stupid arbitrary 4-digit codes, but in the evidence documents, there are not that many of these guys. 0877 is hinted to be Simon Peacock. There was once a lot of mystery surrounding him, but now we're hearing about
Wait, that was Peacock?
and that's a big hint. 0946 is a creep that Clyde Perry shot dead. 1616 is not. Us is a 2019 movie directed by Jordan Peele. So it's reagent 1733. She was threatened with torture and then she's sold. Are you kidding me, 1733? I mean, I would have done the same. Question 49.
Okay,
which of the
then
following
it was completely unrelated again. I feel my lore and knowledge is like falling apart, so...
is not an alias?
Bambino is for Franco. Grunts and Big Grunts, I mean... Miss Lonely Heart. I mean, Stanley Easterman is just Easterman's brother, no? So it has to be that one, right?
Stanley Easterman is just Stanley Easterman. It's Hendrik's brother. Haha,
Yeah.
Hendrik. Anyway,
was about to
Bambino
say.
is Franco's moniker. Grunts and big grunts are actually unofficial terms that Murkoff doesn't want their staff using. They want them to say General X-Pop and Heavy X-Pop respectively. Miss Lonelyheart refers to the Jaeger, and Murkoff is also saying, guys, stop saying this. She's not Miss Lonelyheart. You're watching a video by Happyheart. Question 50, final question. You cannot name 100 women, I dare you.
What the fuck? Name all the women you know in the Outlast franchise. Oh, fuck that. I can only come up with 3. I'm gonna crash out.
Unlike the
What the
previous
fuck?
quiz, this is going to be the only question that demands you have knowledge of the previous Outlast games as well, because I want you to list all the women you know from those games too.
I'm so
Major
random to
characters,
that.
minor characters, it doesn't matter. Name them all so long as they are women. So the scoring for this question will obviously be different. Let's say you get 1/4 of a point for each woman you successfully named. If you wrote out their names in a list and your spelling is a little bit wrong
Why are you harassing that screamer, by the way?
for some of them, you may forgive yourself. But yeah, I'm not going to give you an exhaustive list of all the women because I'm afraid I'll forget some. One special case, Val's gender is ambiguous. You can count them if
It's so funny how they make a big deal out of Val, by the way, with Val as well and shit like that. I find that pretty nice. I don't know. I like the mysterious.
you like.
Wipe
And so
around
yeah,
it.
you can do your own scorekeeping. There's a ton of very obscure women in this franchise, women who only appear in the comics, women who are only ever name dropped once. Who has recalled Shirley Pierce, Lydia Deegan, Michelle Haas, Angelina Barbie, Alice Marion, and Alice Avalanos? That could have been a quiz question, by the way. Which are the only 2 women in the franchise who share a first name? It's fine. Yeah, you probably could have named upwards of 30 or 40 women, and that would have made 8 or 10 bonus points. So the rest of the quiz was out of 49, and you could have gotten an indeterminate amount of bonus points. Share your scores in the comments below, as well as your fanfiction maybe. Remember that. Thanks for playing.
Oh yeah,
it
the
actually took way
fanfiction, I
longer than I
forgot.
thought it would to put this quiz
I
together.
forgot about the
I hope that 50
fanfiction.
whole questions is a good amount to satisfy you, because last time 20 felt like too little. But I don't know. Did you like this more rapid style of questions more? More questions, less yapping? Who can say? I don't
Yeah, don't worry. You don't need to yap that much because I'm looking at OBS and we are 1 hour and 15 minutes into the fucking video, so
know if I'll do another quiz video in the future, or if I do, it'll
it would have probably killed this fucking video if, yeah, he actually made it longer.
be a long ways away, because for as many questions as there are in the world to ask, I don't want to drink the well dry.
Anyways, good fucking video. I think we did pretty well. Okay, what was it, 47 correct or something? Again, you can, if you really want to go out of your way, do question 50, whatever. But yeah, that was very fun to do. Again, let me know if you want to see more of this. Again, I'm sorry, this video is normally 20 minutes long and I stretched it over a fucking hour because I've been yapping a lot and hyper sharing my knowledge of this game, I guess. But interesting. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you did too. If you do it, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for our Outlast Trials content in your future. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, lay down, get something to drink maybe because my throat is about to fucking die. But yeah, have a great rest of your day and take care everyone. Bye bye.